I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank the wives and girlfriends, and family members for coming out as well. And now I'd like to introduce you to a good friend of mine, Tremaine Wright. She's here in this community. She's also running for assembly as well. And she's very knowledgeable. She's been in this community for a long time as a small business owner. So, Tremaine Wright.
As Taiwan said, I'm Tremaine Wright. I'm the chairperson for Community Board 3. And my community is Bedford Stuyvesant as the chairperson. And I'm running for, thank you, yes. I was saying, because I believe your home field is in Bed-Stuy? Yeah. All right, Bed-Stuy, we're living love for Boys and Girls High School, being a partner here in this endeavor. And then also, the Assembly District covers Bed-Stuy and North Crown Heights. So your practice field is also in our home district over at St. John's Rec. So we're very proud to have you guys being a part of our neighborhood, part of our community. We understand how important organized sports are, both for our young people and for our older adults. I'm from Bed-Stuy, born and raised there, but like many people, play sports when you're younger, you get older, life gets in the way, you don't get involved anymore. But I was fortunate. I ran track as a little girl, and then some team sports in high school, did nothing in college and thereafter, but then Black Girls Run appeared in my life. And so for the past, it just appeared and something I got involved in. And so for the past 4 or 5 years, I've been running with a group. But that group aspect has helped me remain disciplined, helped keep me encouraged, helped me realize when I needed new sneakers and what all the new gadgets were to help me get where I needed to be. Because it doesn't exist the same for me now that it did 20, 25 years ago. And I need that boost, and many people do. So I'm really happy to see that we have a team that can embrace our 18 and 19-year-olds, and also some of our 35 and 37 and 38-year-olds as well. Because also it's a bridging of the gap. Sometimes we miss the opportunity to talk to folks that are not within our immediate peer group. So team sports gives us that opportunity. And being a part of the group that's exercising, doing something healthy, doing something that's good for ourselves is truly important. I've spent many hours of my personal time trying to organize things in the neighborhood that would promote healthiness, be it bike rides through the free bike system over at, we use city bikes over at Restoration, and we do weekly bike rides during the summer. We do weekly runs that leave from Restoration. We also have a turkey trot that happens on Thanksgiving Day. So if you want to come out, run a couple of miles before you sit down at the table on Thanksgiving, keep us in mind. Right, we want you to come out and do it. I think this year we're going to be picking it up to a 3K, either 3 or 5K. But we need you guys to be a part of the community. We know that you have practice schedules. We know that you have lives. We know you have work. But we also want you to know that you are welcome to be a part in a more integrated way in our community. The fact that you're on this team means that we need to see your face so that other people know that the team exists. We need you to tell folks when your games are happening, because they can walk right over the boys and girls. You want to have a cheering squad? Let us know that you're there. Let your block know. The block associations show up to the local meetings. We need you to show up too. It was a wonderful display last year when I walked into Von King Park and I saw everybody in their jerseys helping to set up and clean up and get everything ready for the 500 Men event when we were celebrating Halloween. That's amazing. People didn't even know that you guys existed. And now they walked away encouraged. They walked away thinking, maybe I might go out and do something healthy for myself, even if it's just walking around the block sometimes. We all have our own struggle. We all have our own walk. But what you're doing is fabulous and it's amazing. So I want to, one, congratulate you all for being a part of it. Remind you that you need to be more integrated into our community and that we invite you to come out. So somebody on this team needs to show up at our community board meeting on Monday night at 7 o'clock with a jersey in hand, letting folks know that you exist and that you need more people to come out and be a part. And that means that they can be supporters, they can be players, they can be the folks that come and do paperwork in back office, because it's all got to be done and no one person can do it alone. I'm really proud of Taiwan when he came up with the idea and he executed this. When you have a dream and you push forward with it, it means a lot. But the same thing holds true. You can't do it alone. You all are an integral part of making this magic happen every year. Congratulations on starting a new season. You guys did wonderful last year. While I was not at a game, I am able to keep abreast of how you're doing and what you're doing through Taiwan, and I'm very proud of it. So, and there are other members of this community that are supportive of you. And you may not always see the faces, but know that there are people here that are rooting for you. But that said, we still want to get them out to some games. We want them on the field when it's happening. We want to make sure that they know that they can pick up a jersey and be a supporter on the sideline. So cheerleaders can do their job sitting or standing. And people that want to donate funds don't even have to leave the house. So the more you talk about it, the easier it is to keep it going, the more impact you all will have. And I'm sure that you're going to have a wonderful season. So good luck, and I wish you all the best.
I always encourage everybody to vote. I'm a big voter, so if you live here in this assembly district, make sure you vote for Tremaine, right? Anyway, so moving forward, also another good friend of mine from Councilmember Carnegie's office, and I actually used to work there. He's our city council member in the 36th district. Here is his liaison for arts, Joe. Joe, is that arts and culture?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's the arts and culture liaison for our council member in this area, Joseph C. Grant.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I fell in love with this game of football when I was about 5 or 6. Pittsburgh Steelers was playing, and I fell in love with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So anybody in here, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Been there.
How many years ago was that?
Since 1975. So after that, I used to play ball out in the street. That when we played sewer to sewer football. We go sewer to sewer. Some of you cats don't remember that. But from there, at 10 years old, I became a part of one of the first football leagues in Bedford Stuyvesant, which was the Bedford Stuyvesant Whipsticks and Renegades. And the coach was Coach Breeze. And he took that team, and we won about 4 or 5 championships under Coach Breeze. But one of the main things Coach Breeze told us, one of the things that I took with me, that football is a vehicle. It's a vehicle to get you from point A to point B. He never preached to us about being in the NFL. He only preached to us about using that football, using that vehicle to get to college and get beyond that. And everything I learned in life, everything I do today, I always go back to what I learned on the football field. I always watch my brother's back because that's what you do on the football field. I always play to the whistle because that's what you do on the football field. So the most important thing that you could do in this situation with the Crusaders is not about how hard you can hit a man, it's not about how many interceptions you get, but how well you can use the lessons that football teach you and become a better human being in life. That's what it's all about. So I'm not going to stand here and talk too much longer, but I will say this, I take my hat off to Taiwan because he is a true example of that. About 4 years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, Taiwan came to me and said, I'm gonna start a team called Bedford Crusaders. And I said, okay, Taiwan. And he didn't have anything. And at that point, he didn't have anything. All he had was his dreams and his hustle. Then he came back with some t-shirts, with some drawings of some jerseys. He said, this is jersey, Joe. I said, all right, Taiwan. He came back. Then he came back with the actual jersey, just one. And then he didn't have a place for you guys to practice or anything. Then he came back with a, huh?
I said, some of them remember them days.
Yeah, he didn't have anything. Then he came back again. Now you guys were in Bar King Park. And you had jerseys. Had a losing season, horrible season the first season. But it's all right though. But it's all right. But it's okay because you gotta grow. But you guys who stuck with him had a better season the season after that. And I remember telling Taiwan, we were in restoration, and he said, Joe, we're going to win our game. I said, Ty, you're going to lose all your games. And he was like, why you say that? I said, because you guys got to grow. You guys got to work together. And you guys have been doing that, and I've been watching. And I remember when you won the first game, he said, Joe, we won our first game. And I was like, cool. Now, you guys, he came to me and said, I want Boys and Girls High. He couldn't get Boys and Girls High. He said, we need some money to get the insurance. He got the money to get the insurance. Everything Ty wanted to do with this football team, he has done. So when Ty says y'all gonna win a championship, I promise you, y'all will win a championship as long as y'all listen to that. So without saying anything else, I thank you for having me. Good luck on this season. And this is a wonderful thing, Ty.
Listen, Joe ain't lying, man. Joe said we were going to lose every game, all kind of stuff. But again, Joe has been one of the ones that has been there from the beginning, from when this was just an idea. Joe was there. So, Joe, I appreciate it and thank you again, man. So again, another group, it's called 500 Men. I've been a part of for about 6-7 years now, since I first came back to New York. Again, when we did the cleanup job in Von King, 500 Men, they were responsible for that. We participated in that, and his group has, even though you guys may not see it all the time up front, they have supported the Crusaders throughout a lot. So again, we have Syriac from 500 Men.
I'm real excited when I get to talk to groups like this, because it's crazy to see how things come together. A few people spoke about it. And sometimes people don't see like the seed that it takes to make things come together. I've been part of the organization 500 Making a Difference since the beginning. I'm one of the founders. And when we first started, it was just a couple of guys, and we were just trying to do something good. We wanted to help out the community and put a good face to today's man. And I'd say maybe about 300 events later, we're a nonprofit organization that's very viable for the community, and we get today's man involved in community service and civically engaged. And the most important thing I learned through the travel is just the process, you know, going through all the different stuff that got us to where we are. And, you know, just sticking through it. A lot of you good guys, just the fact that you're part of this team, you learn a lot about how you're going to build your family, how you're going to be a better part to the community, how you're going to be a better father, how you're going to be a better son to when your parents get older. And these are very, very important life lessons that go beyond just your team. With 500 Men, we do a lot of mentoring. And some of the best things I learned from mentoring is just to be there and talk to people. And because sometimes you have a young guy, he just wants to talk to you. It might just be he doesn't want to speak to his parents. He might not want to speak to his uncle. He might not want to speak to his brother, but somebody that he can actually relate to, he's going to talk to. You guys probably got this same kind of camaraderie amongst your team, and you don't even realize it. You got guys that you could talk to. You can have guys that you're going to know till you're 50 years old. And you build that bond through this football team. You're going to win a lot of games, you're going to lose a lot of games, but just the friendship and that bond I built is going to go way beyond it. And that's the kind of feeling I get through 500 Men Making a Difference. As Ms. Wright was saying, just the pride that you show in your team as well when you go out amongst the community is a very important part as well. Because now I come to realize when I go places, I'm not just going as Syriac St. Bill, I'm going as a member of 500 Men Making a Difference. So now, if I'm going somewhere, I might just claim to come hang out and check my man, but there's an opportunity I'm going to have to speak for 500 Men Making a Difference because of the fact that when we're somewhere, we want to make our essence be felt. We want to make sure that people can feel us. Like we have the image that shows today's man. So the same thing with you guys being Crusaders. You guys are football players. When you enter the room, somebody should say to the football players in the room, somebody that's part of the Brooklyn Crusaders, somebody that actually knows about the history of the team, that can talk about the proud founder and creator of the team. These are very, very big things. And you should be proud of it, and you should be feeling emboldened by it. And it carried like a big badge on your arm, you know what I'm saying? It's like a badge of honor. Because when I go somewhere and I'm telling them I'm part of 500, I feel real proud. When we first started, it was like 500, what was that? But now when I go somewhere, it's not the biggest buzz in the world, but I'm very proud to say that this organization we have a very solid foot in the ground in Bed-Stuy. We've done a lot of work and we've done a lot of mentoring. So for you guys here, win or lose, whatever it is, Bed-Stuy Crusaders, you put a mark on Brooklyn, you put a mark on New York. You put a mark in people's lives. So when you go, they carry it with a big badge of honor. Be proud of it. Know that you're not affecting just your life. You're affecting your friends' life, your teammates' lives, your parents, your future children, all that kind of stuff. And just kind of carry it and be proud of it, because it's something to be proud of. And we as an organization, we're very proud of you guys. We're going to make sure we support you in any way possible. We want you to come out to some more events, because we're always doing something to be a betterment to our community. And sometimes you might be the guy that has an impact on a 14 or 15-year-old, or it may be a 40-year-old guy like me may be able to impact you in a positive way. So we definitely want to make sure you guys are out there. Once again, we're happy to see you doing this. It's a huge thing. It's something to be very, very proud of. And thank you for having me.
Thank you, Syriac. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
The next person I have coming up is also a really good friend of mine. I got to know him. Actually, I met him through Tremaine. Initially, and actually Barry Cooper, but besides other things, he's a really great poet. And when I had Shani's 30th birthday, Barry actually did a really great poem for her. So, and ever since then, Barry and I, we kind of, been hanging out and hit it off. So again, Barry Cooper.
Other than being a poet, I'm actually the dean of Eagle Academy. It's an all-boys school right here at the old 271 building, Herkimer, Saratoga. We just 2 years in a row, our football team, which we just started, we won both city championships, so we're actually doing pretty good. Level of importance to our community. We all have great access, and we see you. Every time I cut on Instagram and I see the Crusaders pop up, I see reels of you guys practicing football games, and we see the work that you're doing. So I think now that you have become an organization now, because like Joe said, I remember when Taiwan came to me and I said, you're crazy and you got too much going on. How are you going to make this happen? But Taiwan, he had his vision and he said, I'm going to do it, D. And I said, okay, Taiwan, I got your back, whatever you want to do. Every step of the way, every year, off season, he is working to bring forth this vision. So now that he has a unit, the word Crusader, you need to have more than one person. Now that he has a unit, it's time for you brothers to make the name big. It's time for you brothers to staple, right? Because this is your vision also. The fact that you suit up in whatever position you play, you want people to come see you, you got to make it just as big as Taiwan. And I think that that's the jewel that I want to leave you today. This is not his crusade alone. He thought of it. You see, he put the work in. He makes you guys feel special. So now you got to make yourself feel special. And let's change the paradigm of what we see in the newspaper. Let's invade the crusade, right? By allowing them to see images of brothers who are sitting in the heart of Ocean Hill, Brownsville, on a corner of Fulton and Rockaway, where right outside the door, somebody somewhere getting hot. But on the flip side, right on the same corner, we got a room of individuals who say, you know what? I'm not going to fall victim to the stigmas. Yeah, I may be struggling. Yeah, I may have things going on. Yeah, I may not have the money that I want. Yeah, I may be in and out of housing, but I have a brotherhood here, and you can't break that. Because that man right there, he got access. Believe it. If he wants something, he has to work for it, but he got people in position that can help. But if we see you guys coming, how are we going to stop that? How can you stop that? Right? So I have to step out. Me and Tremaine, like he said, we got a lot of work that we're doing. She's actually running for state assembly for the 56th Assembly District, which I believe she's going to win. And that's the thing. It's all about vision. So take your vision, what you want to do with it, and align it with this brother, and align it with your organization, and it's endless results. So again, I commend you. I commend the women that's in the building supporting our brothers in here, because it's not hard. It's very, very hard to do something like this. So just continue, and we're here and we see you. I thank everybody for having me.
So, again, all of those people are good friends of mine. So I really appreciate your support. Thank you. Now really quickly, before we get to the jerseys, and I know you guys want to get your jerseys and do all other good stuff, but as you all know, we have a staff, we have coaches. So I want to bring the staff and the coaches up too. Coach Steph, Ori, and Jackie. Again. So again, nothing can be done without a staff. It really can't. Jackie supports me, Steph, Ori. We have another staff person, but he couldn't make it today. But again, nothing gets done without a staff. It's impossible. So I'll leave it up to them just to say a little quick something. Jackie.
If you do not say nothing, this is our third year, our third season going into this, and a lot of you men from year one when I played have grown. Some that have stayed with the team, some went on, but a lot of you, for the most part, that have stayed and been down with the team since losing all those games in the first year, but a lot of you guys did stay even after last season. A lot of you guys did stay also, because you see what we're trying to do and what we're trying to develop here is not just a run-of-the-mill football team where guys come in, they practice, play, go home, and that's it. You see, we're trying to do something different. We're trying to
Yes.
We have footage, you know, we're trying to get kids that are, you know, still eligible to play college ball into it. You know, we're trying to set up meetings and stuff like that with other teams, and we're trying to also, you know, go out of state, because we have some teams that are out of state that do want us to come out there and play for them, play against them, you know, far. So, you know, we're trying to just expand the horizons of just more than just semi-pro football in New York. We're trying to make it into a different stigma. When people hear semi-pro football in New York, they just think of a bunch of washed up old guys that have nothing to do, you know, and they just come out here, play, and go home. No, we're trying to actually show them that it's more than just football, and, you know, it's a team and community thing. That's it.
I just want to thank Taiwan and everybody that's associated with the Crusaders, the team, everybody. I want to thank you guys for giving your all, 100% all the time. And you know what? That championship is there. So let's make it happen.
This is the mother one, the dedicated player.
I'm just glad to be here.
But again, you know, so, you know, I definitely appreciate them. I know sometimes they probably get tired of me, especially, you know, I'm always calling on conference calls, you know, but again, I really thank them, because without a staff, a lot of things couldn't get done. So, you know, I definitely thank you guys. Thank you guys. Now, really quickly before, again, so I have a couple things. Before we get into the jerseys, there's a player on this team that I just really want to say a quick few words. You know, losing him for the season, or losing him in general, was really hurtful towards me, because he's a leader. You know, he's our quarterback still, a damn good athlete, but most importantly, he's a damn good person. And again, I remember, you know, Mike calling me about 5 times that night. You know, my phone going off, you know, my fiance like, who's calling you? I look, says Mike. You know, but again, losing Mike, you know, was really hurtful to me, because Mike is a galvanizer, you know, and players galvanize around, you know, Mike when he says something. So I don't know if you could, you know, hobble up or not, or maybe you want to say something there.
Well, I know Mike James. I look old, but I'm 26 years old. When I first heard about y'all, I was very skeptical. The simple reason is you're young, 17, 18, 19 years old. Some of you don't have your heads on straight, to be honest. Someone called me, he's like, Mike, you come down. I couldn't do it the first year, work schedule. But I made it the next year. But you guys are a bunch of hard-working young men. You gotta carry that through. Carry it through. Never stop what y'all doing. I know I'm hurt, trust me, it hurt me. And I was in that hospital, calling Taiwan, calling worry. Because I'm still part of this. I want to be part of this. So all I tell y'all, honestly, is everything up on that field, don't do it for me, do it for yourselves. Do it for yourself. Because only you can carry yourself. I can't carry it. But if y'all stick together, there's not one team as league that's going to stop us.
Yeah, there you go.
There's not one team as league that's going to stop us. I know the whole thing was, oh, Mike is down, Crusaders is down. That ain't it. I'm just a piece to help you guys win. That's all I do, help you guys win. But you guys got to have courage in yourselves, fighting yourselves. One coach told me, it starts from the neck up. Neck up ball. That means it's not about going out there and make the best play, your stats. It's not about that. From your head, mental. Keep your head in the game. What can you do to help your team succeed to the next level? That's what it's all about. So you guys stick together, stay strong. I'll be out there with y'all. All right?
Say something before, again, we get into the jerseys. It's probably most likely, I would say, one of the most confrontational or just crazy players that I've known. You know, and now at this point I kind of consider him a little big brother. He's bigger than me. But, you know, Dom, you know, always has something to say, whether it be good or bad, you know, whether it be crazy, sideways. But again, Dom has been here since year one. Then he left, then he came back, then he left again and came back again. But nonetheless, you know, Dom, Dom is a good guy though. You know, and I do like having Dom around. So Dominic.
That's not nice. So fellas, I just want to tell you something real quick. A lot of people that came up here spoke about how you can do things to better your future. But I'm a football player, so I want to talk about how we can better ourselves right now. Make better choices right now. We can work hard, we can do everything, so that's why our brother Mike is not in vain, because that hurt me a lot. To watch my man Mike go down. Somewhat of it I carry the blame for myself, because I was playing a bit selfish, as Coach Ori reluctantly let me know. But I love you, Mike. You know, and I'm gonna carry this burden with me this season, and I guarantee y'all 100%. Easiest thing that I ask is 110 back. And right after that, I guarantee you we go hoist something shiny this year. Easily, we got the talent. So I just want to tell y'all, don't ever doubt yourself. A man's better than you in front of you. If you want it, you can go and get it. I'm not the best, clearly not the most in shape, and I don't like to run it off. I don't even fit in my pants anymore. That's fine, whatever. But the man against me, man, that boy gonna get put down, I guarantee you. So in the name of Crusaders, I love y'all, and I just want to tell y'all, let's have a great season, let's put the best foot forward, and let's rock those jerseys with pride.
This is a woman who has been helping me a lot behind the scenes as far as becoming a, you know, not only a nonprofit, but a charitable organization. Oma has really helped me out tremendously with all that because she's an expert in that field. But she is very influential here in our community. She deals a lot with education. You know, again, my goal is to have some of the younger guys that have college eligibility left to possibly go ahead and do that. And that's what the whole goal of the Crusaders was in the first place. For guys to just, you know, if you guys need to go, you know, if you guys want to go to college, you guys can still do that, go ahead. Another, go ahead. So again, Oma Holloway.
Good afternoon. I apologize for being late. I really wanted to be here, but I'm sure like some of you who have to do the parenting duty, the American Girl birthday took precedence, so I had to take care of that, but I'm happy to be here. I appreciate that Taiwan asked me to speak. I've been really trying to work, hopefully be a partner with the Crusaders to, you know, get you funding in the future or you know, soon, but until that happens, I want to talk about just, you know, real resource for some of you. Part of my goal is I just want every young person, and young now exceeds to about 24 in our book, to go to school, get training, or get some money in your pocket. And I know that it sometimes takes precedence, get money in your pocket. And for many of the young people in this neighborhood, especially when they hit like 14 to about 24, that's getting harder and harder. How to navigate going to school or going to a training program, because school isn't for everyone. But if you have a skill, there's something out there for you. And as we know, some people can get certified and become an apprentice in plumbing or transit, and you don't have to have a degree and you can make some money. But you still need to be certified and have training. And there also, you need to get into the field and work, especially what you do. There's a lot of, you know, cost to what you do. So, but there are opportunities out there. There are programs that will allow you to get an internship. It will pay you per hour for 14 weeks. For longer than that, you can get a skill, and for many places, you may even hire you. So I have a program that's called My Base, Motivated Youth, Building on Self-Empowerment. And Taiwan was so gracious to actually meet with some of our young men who are 18 to 24 years old. And they're working for the councilman's office, the city community board, working for Bedford Hall, many different places. And some of them have formally court involved. I don't want to go into the whole incarceration thing. But some of them are just decided they didn't want to go to school right away. But they got money in their pocket and it led to a job. And now this led to a job, now it's led to them thinking about going back to school. So I just want you to know that there are resources out here for you. If you are looking for full-time employment, there's programs like restoration. There's programs like Cypress Hills. There's a lot of places that will help you, but sometimes you just need to know where to go. So please think about, some of us here, we are resources in the community. I'm very accessible. I'm like pretty much everywhere. People wonder where I sleep, but I try to, my goal is to make sure that every young person tries to get connected to something somewhere. So I'm going to encourage you, if you need that type of support, work through Taiwan. He can get you connected with me. I will help you so that you can stay on this track, but also get some money in your pocket and start thinking about your education and how this can help further you along in your education. All right, so thank you again, and I'll be around.
Everybody, enjoy, and thank you guys for coming out.